Hey, it's Ethan. Welcome back to another episode of Ethan Touching Grass. Today I'm at Fults Hill Prairie out here in Illinois, right across the river from the Mississippi. All that agricultural land is just the floodplain of the Mississippi River. The bluffs up here, as you can see, there's a huge freaking staircase. Gotta go climb up, but it's some of the best remaining hill prairie habitat I've seen around southern Illinois, this area. If you don't know, hill prairies are kind of a phenomenon where prairies are forming on the sides of these Mississippi River bluffs. Only a few spots remain of this sort of prairie, so let's go check it out. This is some of the best hill prairie I've seen, and it's mid-April right now, so get a lot of good spring wildflowers here. So let's go check it out. Literally carpeting the freaking forest floor here. As soon as I walk into this freaking preserve, we have Phacelia Pershii, aka Miami Mist. It is the borage family, Boraginaceae. It's got these like fringe petals, super cute. They're annual, but they'll self-seed all over the place. And you know, sometimes you can find these in your yard as like a weed or whatever. But I think they're quite pleasant to see. Now, I was here last year, and it felt a lot more lush with the Miami Mist, but this year it's been kind of dry. So rather unfortunately, I mean, it seems a little more sparse. Hopefully we're gonna get some rain. It's fucking windy as hell, and I can feel, oh shit, I might get rain done today. Because I already feel raindrops, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't pour. Growing basically everywhere on the base of these bluffs here. We got Staphylia trifoliata, aka bladdernut. As you can see, they are past flower. You know, if the wind cooperate with me, they're past flower, and they're starting to form this interesting bladdernut to them. That's the name. It'll get bigger and full of air, and I believe it produces edible nuts. Trifoliata, though, because it has trifoliate leaves oppositely arranged. Not quite like poison ivy. It's a bit more serrated. But yeah, they're an interesting shrub. One that I think should be in more landscapes. It's a fucking honeysuckle down there. But yeah, the staircase just keeps going. For like the first, I don't know, 0.3 miles of this hike, it's just straight upstairs. Then you get to the prairie. But for the first third of a mile is pretty rough. Here's some of the bladdernut flowers. Staphylia trifoliata. Kind of look like blueberry a little bit at first glance, but they're not related at all. Not actually sure what these are related to. They're in their own family though, Staphyliaceae. Crazy little guy though. All over down here. Swaying in the breeze. It's windy as fuck today. Growing right off the stairs right here, this is Delphinium tricorne, aka the dwarf larkspur. The earliest blooming of our delphiniums we have. It's not usually too tall. It's only about maybe 6 inches, foot max. You know, let me get a... There you go. You can get a kind of a look for the flower. Ranunculaceae is the family. And it almost like kind of looks like Columbine, but yeah, Delphinium, beautiful plant. It's so fucking windy today. I can see the remnants of a Dutchman's breeches there, Dicentra cucullaria. They're a little, I guess, past bloom here. They were blooming like a week ago, real nice, but now it's a little late. Believe it or not, this is in the violet family, Violaceae, but a different genus. I cannot remember the Latin name too for the life of me, but it is otherwise known as like tall green violet, I believe. But yeah, it's kind of like a more of a taller perennial. It still blooms at about the same time, but the flowers. Okay, I can see how that's violet family. There's a guy with the fucking ladder down there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, we're at the top of the bluff, or at least like the first little viewpoint, and you can see Missouri over there. It's all this floodplain right there. Bit of a marsh preserve there. But right behind me is actually a really neat little spring wildflower. This is Aquilegia canadensis. The same family as that Delphinium ranunculacea. You can kind of see how they look similar. But usually they have flowers pointed down like this. And you see like other cultivars that have it going kind of upright like this. But usually they want to be facing down. You find these on cliff faces and stuff, and thrive in garden conditions. They'll reseed like shit. But they're a beautiful flower. That's fascinating. First actual decent view of this park. And there's a couple species that I thought was interesting here. First off, Penstemon hirsutus, which is not native to the state of Missouri, you know, right over there, but is occurring here in Illinois, in Monroe County. You can tell because the flowers are kind of more pink and flat, kind of small, and the leaves are very tomentose, kind of fuzzy. Next off, we have Pachyra platensis, a Pachyra that just kind of grows out the face of rocks on glades and stuff. Over here, we have Glandularia canadensis, some over there as well. Rose verbena, fragrant as hell, glade specialist. This is kind of more of a glade than a prairie right here, but as we go up, it's going to get more prairie-ish. I'll explain the difference later, but yeah, you're starting to get a little bit of the view there, the swamp preserve. We got a Gladicia triacanthos, fucking thorny-ass locust on the top of a bluff, which is kind of insane because I always think of these as more like bottomland species, but they got the thorns. They are honey locust. Interesting spread though. Another cool plant I see up here. This is Cicerynchium angustifolium, I believe. White flowering, sort of a white-eyed grass, I guess. It's in the iris family, Iridaceae. You can kind of tell based on the leaf pattern, but also the flower just kind of has an iris shape to it. But I've only really come across this here and a couple other spots in Missouri. I don't know. It's a cool one. I like them. We've made it to the hill prairie. As you can see, it's like a near vertical slope of open prairie land. And it has all been spared from the fate of agriculture. The sheer fact that how the hell are you going to cultivate this? How are you going to graze cattle here? It's just, it's not convenient. The unfortunate thing is that these are some of the last remnants of good prairie in Illinois. You know, 85 to 90% of prairie in Illinois has all just been destroyed, and 0.5% of what remained of the Illinois tallgrass prairie is here in just tiny little spots around Illinois. But hill prairies are different than glades, though. Glades have a lot rockier soil. As you can see down there, it's a little more rocky. I would call that more a glade. But up here, soil's a lot thicker. You don't see a lot of exposed bedrock here. You get both glades and prairies in this preserve. Kind of get a 2-for-1 combo right there. But on these hill prairies, you find a lot of species that are more common out in the Great Plains and the Ozarks, you know, that-a-ways. In Missouri, holy shit, I apologize if this sounds like fucking ass, but our fucking front is coming in. It's starting to fucking rain. I got my camera out here, hoping I get fucking soaked. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, windy as fuck. Too, so kind of an adaptation. I guess, I don't know, this place might have an adaptation for that. Either way, it's windy as hell up here, usually, but today it's extra so, because there's fucking storms rolling in. Oh, I do see rain back there. Oh, shit. Well, we'll see how far we get before we get fucking soaked. Let's go. Here's a better view of the prairie right here. Very, a little spinny over there, but it continues on down that way. It's a nice little viewpoint. But anyway, down here, we got a very interesting species. You find on glades in Missouri, occasionally in prairies as well. This is a hoary puccoon, Lithospermum canescens. It is a quite fuzzy bastard with rounded petals as opposed to a little more incised petals. We might see a different species of this later on. We'll see. But very, very hairy, very adapted to glade life. Just happens to occur on this side of the river. Therefore, I believe it's rarer. I could be wrong though. Beautiful plant though. Boraginaceae is the family. It's the same family as like bluebells and what the shit. Whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of spring blooming stuff. To the top here. See the little trail that goes down there. I don't feel like going down there. It looks a little cutty, a little picky right now. But I have been down there before. It's a nice overlook. But yeah, just a nice panoramic view of the Mississippi Valley right here in all its glory. There's some turkey bulges over there. Must be following the thermals of this windy ass fucking day it is. I didn't realize how fucking windy it was gonna be. Fuck! Right here, federally listed plant right here. This is a Hydrastis canadensis, aka golden seal. Yeah, there's a little grasshopper there too. But they have these interesting kind of big, I guess, white rod shaped flowers. I guess they're the stamens. Ranunculaceae is the family. I gotta watch out for the freaking poison ivy. Toxic and erratic hands right there. But I believe these have some sort of medicinal property. Vertical. Blooming beautifully on these upland forests. This is Uvularia grandiflora, aka yellow bellwort or large bellwort. It's in the family, I believe, Colchicaceae, which is a unique family. I think somewhat related to lilies. I believe they're monocot. There's the fruit, three carpal. Obviously a monocot. Not carpal, but whatever. Three-lobed fruit. I'm gonna call it that. There's the flower fading. Beautiful form to these flowers though. Very like droopy. I think those are 6 petals there. Droopy plant. I love them. Once you're past that first initial prairie, you kind of enter this like upland forest, kind of following a ridge. Not the most botanically interesting area, but I mean it's just a pretty typical Illinois Mississippi border forest. I mean, we got some like red oaks here and black oaks and all sorts of random stuff. I think that's an ulmus. But yeah, nothing too interesting other than like golden seal up here, which is kind of a drag because I was hoping there'd be more ephemerals up here. But I mean, I guess you get what you get on these upland sites. Not as lush and green as the bottoms in comparison. Y'all gotta be careful when you're hiking in these forests when it's a little windy out. I just saw this tree fall, and if I did not catch that, that would have fallen on my fucking head. Situational awareness, work on it. Especially when it's fucking windy like this. Like there's another tree over there I'm less concerned about because it's hung up on this dogwood. Oh, that dogwood's dead. You know, I'm gonna proceed with caution. Maybe this tree's gonna fall too. I don't know. Fuck. That was a little creepy. It was a little creepy. I don't know if I want to go past there. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. Swimming nice in these upland forests. This is Trillium recurvatum, aka the prairie trillium. It's got mottled leaves, dark burgundy petals, 3 of them, and a whole bunch of stamens in the middle of them. Black stamens, interesting. And then this is a clustered sanicle, Sanicula odorata, which is in the carrot family. Just about to bloom, but not quite. Beautiful spring ephemerals. We also got some Persicaria virginica, aka jump seed. That's not gonna bloom till like August or so, but small white flowers on those. And then over here, not sure, I think this is Hecalia virginica. I could be wrong there, but very hairy, tiny little flowers. Borage family, Boraginaceae. And we got some spring beauties, just past bloom. Claytonia virginica. camera to freaking focus. That's what the bracts look like post fruit. Damn, I might have missed my window to collect seeds of these. But wonderful spring ephemeral. Let's get some appreciation for these hickory leaves first coming out. Very tomentose and fuzzy. I believe this is Caria ovata, the shagbark hickory. I could be wrong, but I mean, bark looks really smooth right now, but it'll exfoliate with age. Beautiful new growth on it. That and oaks. Oaks are starting to leaf out too. But beautiful plants. Very fuzzy. I wonder if they have a smell to them. Not really. Nah. But their wood does. Burns very nicely. Here's some of the oaks too. This is this looks to be Quercus velutina. That's my guess. But very pointy leaves. Obviously red oak of some sort. I thought this was chinkapin at first, but they're too pointy to be chinkapin. I don't know. Probably black oak. Be my guess. I've been seeing a lot of black oaks out here. See, now I'm paranoid when I hear shit above me, as I should in these conditions. I don't see any snags anywhere though, so I think we're okay. I think just two trees smacked into each other, which I guess is also not great, but it is what it is. Yo, check it out! I found a variegated. I believe this is an agrimony of sorts, but two of them. It's like a little small population of it. But yeah, this is like something you'd find at like a freaking plant store looking. I wonder if something's wrong with it, because it looks like the variegated leaves are smaller than the regular leaves here. Interesting phenomenon. Still somehow blooming. This is Asamina triloba, aka pawpaw. These will mature into a delicious kind of mango-y banana sort of fruit. But its flowers are these just stinky, dark burgundy little guys. Kind of smells like, I don't know, fermented. Attracts the flies though, and kind of looks like, I don't know, like a butthole or something. So flies love that shit. But beautiful plant. I don't know what's going on in there. Must be some sort of insect or something. But this is in the family Ananaceae, which is a mostly tropical family. But you always see these growing in colonies on the kind of mesic forests. Another plant that you can see grow in colonies in mesic forests. This is Podophyllum peltatum. This is mayapple. It's an ephemeral. It'll have this kind of umbrella-shaped leaf on it and blooms. Usually you can find the blooms when they have two leaves on them, but so far not seeing them. I'll let you know if I do though. But cute little flowers to the barberry family, Berberaceae. Right here, here's some flowers of Podophyllum peltatum. Beautiful big white flowers, a bunch of petals on them. This guy too. Beautiful scene. They're poisonous until their fruits mature, but they do have edible fruits. Look at this cute little bastard. Forget the Latin name on it, but I know the common name is Aunt Lucy. Cute little guy though. Don't know the family. I'll look into this, but I don't know much about this plant particularly. Very like compass plant looking. What's a word for that? Pinnately compound, something like that, or just pinnate, I suppose. But cute little white flowers with a little spotting, little nectar guides. Nice and adorable. We made it out to the second prairie. There's a little trail that goes this way. Beautiful view down there. But that's the way down. There's a glade, like a decent sized glade down there. Different from the hill prairies because it's a bit rockier. But there's a little glade over there too. I remember there being a New Jersey tea down there. Ceanothus americanus. So all this round-headed Lespedeza capitata, all over this prairie, and ways in the wind nice. I love them. Love these guys. A lot of Sisyrinchium and Gustipulium again. Right here. Right here, ooh, that looks like prairie parsnip. Pediomelum something. I don't know if it's Esculentum or Tenuifolium, but one of the two. Interesting plant. We got some more hoary cocoon over there too, Lithospermum canescens. There and over there. I've seen incisum up here too. Maybe a little further down that way, but let's go this way first. Waking up from the winter time as well, we got a species of dahlia. Couldn't tell you which one, because could be purple, could be white. Both are out here, and both look the same. But they're beautiful, regardless. This spot is washed out. Great demonstration on how deep these hill prairie soils can be. Different from glades, which are more shallow soiled. Ooh, we got a cool phlox down there. Let's go check it out. Coming down this hill, we got Phlox bifida, aka cleft phlox, in the family Polemoniaceae. Haven't seen this one much. Tomsock Mountain, Hemden Hollow, I guess here, which is a crazy assortment of places. I never would have expected it to be more of a prairie species. I thought it was more like a mesic forest species. Right here, we got Pachyra platensis, the Great Plains Pachyra, Asteraceae, the family. It's got really like nice leaves on them. Very, see, I forgot the word again. What the hell? Anyway, this is a New Jersey tea right here. This is Ceanothus americanus. Oh, there's two bugs fucking right there. Look at that. Yeah, they're banging on the New Jersey tea before it flowers. These are the leftover fruits from last year. And right here too, this is Liatris cylindricea. It's starting to come out of the ground now. Cylindrical blazing star. It doesn't bloom till like August or so, but quite rare in the state of Illinois. Good to see it out here. You know, even though Missouri's right over there, and they're pretty common over there, but rare in Illinois. It's maybe a little crackpot, but I've just been kind of thinking about, sitting here eating my lunch, kind of thinking about how this landscape even formed in the first place. So obviously, the Mississippi River has been here for about 70, 80 million years or so, carving through these, carving through the limestone on this sort of plateau. You know, it's the Ozarks over here, the Illinois Plateau over here, and the Mississippi River kind of dividing it. You could technically say this could be an extension of the Ozarks, but that's a whole other topic. But anyway, my hypothesis on how these formed is there's a lot of loose soil down in these bottomlands. They were historically bottomland forest and swamp, but the Mississippi River brings down sediment and sandbars, and the winds predominantly move east, west to east. As I can feel right now, you know, it's going that way. It's going that way, right towards the prairie. So it would pick up the soils and the sediments from the river, blow them up these bluffs, and it settles on the top of the hills. Also, why you see there's a lot of there's a kind of ring of like mesic semi-upland forest that kind of borders all these bluffs, where you see a lot of rich spring ephemerals, which I would imagine a lot of the bottomlands would have too, if not sacrificed for agriculture. I wish they would have just kept at least a crumb of this, like maybe there, maybe like there, but like I wish it was just swamp for as far as the eye can see. Anyway, so there's kind of a stratification of ecosystems being bottoms, kind of mesic forests up these cliffs, which are about 200 feet or so, and then you get these glades on the edges of the cliffs, and then once you get to the top, you get the hill prairies, and then the upland forests. So interesting sort of stratification here. I was going to say something else, but I'll think of it later. Beautiful bluffs though, absolutely gorgeous view. You can see it on this side too. It's kind of a little more glady down here, but soil gets deeper and deeper as you go up. This loess soil, That's what it's called. Windblown from the valley here. And I imagine frequent fire regimes probably keep this pretty clear. There used to be a lot more of this, but the forest has taken over these bluffs. So I imagine that has something to do with fire suppression. Salt Lick Point, which is down the road a ways, used to be like 40% hill prairie, but now it's like maybe 5. So it's a dying ecosystem. But Illinois DNR doing a good job at keeping this one up, at least. And right off the bluff here, there's a nice carrot bloom in here. This is prairie parsley, otherwise known as Polytana nathalii in the carrot family. The iconic carrot family stems right there. Kind of an umbel of flowers, pretty known in the carrot family with these umbels. But I believe this is an edible carrot, not a poisonous carrot. There's always edible and poisonous ones, nothing else, nothing in between. But I'm not gonna eat it right now. It's a nice plant, kind of rare, more common in the Great Plains, and probably common in what used to be the Illinois Prairie, but you know, limited to the zones like these where they can't get cows on, because it's fucking steep as shit here. Holy hell. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the elevation difference. It's about 390 to 400 feet down in the bottom of the Mississippi, and once you get to the top of the hill, it's about 800 feet. So it's about a 400 feet difference from the bottom to the top. So some of the steepest terrain in the state of Illinois, a notoriously flat state. Holy hell, this prairie parsley is very abundant in this hill prairie right here. Kind of more glady over here, but over there, even on the frickin' sand right here, was more. Oh, and you can kind of get a picture for what the soil looks like. Very grainy, lush soil, meaning river blown from the valley below. Polytana nathalii. Wonderful plant. So here's the other species of Lithospermum out here. This is Lithospermum incisum. Very wavy margins on those petals there, and longer tube shape on the flower. Thinner leaves. We got hoary cocoon right here for reference, Lithospermum canescens. More hairy, thicker leaves, but this one is yellow too. That's another key feature. But yeah, also kind of rare in Illinois, I believe. Beautiful plant though. Beautiful form on this hoary cocoon right here. You can kind of get a feel for that boraginaceae sort of thing. They keep growing flowers as they grow. But beautiful habit. I love it. Very zigzaggy. Look, we start to bud up. Monarda bredberiana. It's in the mint family. They'll have a weird kind of alien saucer looking flower in a couple weeks here. Kind of purpley leaves though when they're dormant or newly growing. They smell good. Smell very nice. Almost to the glade. Lovely population of Glandularia canadensis, aka the rose verbenas. Smell nice as hell. Very ripe and full. Kind of early spring bloomer, but will bloom pretty much any time of year. They're gorgeous. I love them. Very hilly here. Well, we made it to the glade. Woo-wee. Yeah, here we go. So now you can really tell the difference between hill prairie and glade. A lot thinner soils, rock exposed. But you still kind of get the same species. Like, well, the prairie parsley, Polytana nathalii, seems to prefer the thinner soils, I've noticed. Same guys around. Maybe I'll look around and snoop and see if I can't find anything too unique here. Getting back to the sort of bottom area. It's still a little rocky though. Expecting Cilia, Persei, Miami mist. There's also a lot of Menisperma. This is moon seed. Beautiful plant. Menispermaceae is the family. But yeah, it's starting to get greener. I heard a tree fall over there though, so I'm a little but hopefully I don't die. I better fucking knock on this. Oh, is this fucking honeysuckle? Ah, shit. Nah, I think that's dogwood. Here we got a nice spring bloomer. Gotta watch out for the poison ivy there, though. This is Hohenwort, Cryptotania, I believe is the genus. It's producing seeds already, though. Carrot family, Apiaceae, as you can tell from those umbels and white flowers. Not all carrots are white, but yeah, umbel of flowers. I believe edible. Poison ivy fucking everywhere, though. Ugh. I think that's all I got for this video. It's a short little hike. It's only about 1.5 miles, and it's only about 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from St. Louis. So check it out if you get the time. I leave you with Phacelia Persei on the ground, Miami mist. But peace out.